What's happening, everybody? You already know what it is. It's your boy Q Walker, and this is Beyond the Game. If it's your first time tuning in, I'm nephew Q, and you know it's everybody's favorite day. It's the world's most dangerous sports show, and I got my guy Ralph in the
For sure.
Don't introduce yourself. Don't get it out the way.
Hey man, what's up, world? I ain't got too much to say unless we talking about Brady.
Well, thank you, everybody. The grand opening, grand closing. We thank everybody for tuning in today for another terrific show.
Man.
But yeah, man, like Ralph said, we got a lot to get into, so we're gonna crack this thing right on open. Andrew said, "Welcome back, man.
What's
Appreciated it.
up, bro?
Just had to take a little week hiatus. You know what I'm saying? With Tom Brady losing yesterday, we should have went on vacation again today.
Well, he
But,
was on vacation. Don't worry about that.
but yeah, yet last night it was supposed to have been the Sunday night matchup that a lot of people were anticipating and hoping for, which was the Tampa Bay Bucs versus the New Orleans Saints. It was billed of the matchup between two all-time greats, Tom Brady versus Drew Brees, all-time touchdown records. It had every wide receivers. It had everything last night that you were looking for. The only problem is Tampa Bay didn't show up last night. They were better off playing against their practice squad last night. Anyway, Tampa Bay lost last night 38-3. Ralph, who is to blame for the Buccaneers beatdown last night?
Um, I don't know. You want to start with defense?
The floor is yours, my guy. Go ahead. You got it.
Uh, Drew Brees kind of made him look silly. What he scored on the first five drives, first
Yep.
four drives, something
Mhm.
crazy. Could have scored on the first six. Tom Brady looked terrible. I mean, he made a few good plays, but overall, he looks like he's 43 years old out there trying to be a starting NFL quarterback. But
Oh, man.
I think you got to give it 50-50. I mean, offense didn't do nothing. They got the little petty 3 points at the end. Defense gave up 38. Um, I don't know. You tell me what happened. You a Buccaneers fan. I was surprised. I mean, I'm not a fan at all, but I definitely thought the Buccaneers would win that game. And the way that they kind of laid an egg, I was highly surprised. So I'm not for sure.
Yeah, so Ralph, if you don't mind, man, can I cook on this a little bit, man?
Please do.
Okay, let me get in the kitchen to cook a little bit. Man, I don't have anybody specifically who's to blame for last night. It's four different layers to this for me, man. Is who gets the most blame in my book? Bruce Arians.
Ooh,
You
okay.
had a whole week to prepare for this matchup. You know what I'm saying? And you've already had game film based on y'all played the first game of the season. Andrew said y'all got out coach. Exactly. That's why I was going with Bruce Arians. It was they didn't look prepared at all yesterday.
Yeah, it was ugly.
I was telling somebody earlier today that it looked like it was the Bucks' first time playing together yesterday. Like it looked horrible all over the place. But yes, Bruce Arians gets the buck of the blame for yesterday because he did not have his team prepared. Next, I'm gonna go down to Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles is the defensive coordinator. I don't know what the hell the scheme was last night against Drew Brees.
Mm-mm.
If you watch the game last night, you will see that Drew Brees, what they did is they made Levante David and Devin White cover. They didn't allow them to blitz. They didn't allow them to play man. They put them in coverage and had them to where they had to be out in space and cover either tight end, wide receiver coming out the slot. So Drew Brees picked them apart from that standpoint. And man, Todd Bowles, baby, I don't know what you was doing there. And it's so
Man.
big, Ralph, because they came in as the third ranked defense last night, man. And you could not tell. I mean, before last night's game, they had given up 299 yards per game, only 229 passing yards per game, and only 20 points per game. Saints said the hell with that. Saints put
Yeah.
up 420 yards. Drew Brees passed for 282 yards. They put up 38 points on the board. They allowed 138 rushing yards, which is the most they have allowed all season long. So Todd Bowles, he's right up there to blame with Bruce Arians because they should have been locking step and trying to. You're not going to shut down Drew Brees, but you can at least slow him down and give you a chance to win the
At
game,
least a little bit.
at least a little bit. As Daniel joins the show, and then third on my list is the defense. The defense they couldn't get a pass rush last night. like I said, Levante David and Devin White was just all over the place. The cornerbacks got smoked last night, left and right. The defense was just, I don't know, bro. Last but not least, Thomas Edward Patrick
Thank you. Say
Brady,
it.
the third or the fourth or whatever the case may be, man. He was just horrible last night.
Absolutely.
It ain't no bones about it. Now, keep in mind the defense didn't help Brady out because it was 21-0 at the start of the second quarter. If I'm Brady, I'm like, what the hell y'all want me to do with that? And then it ended up being 31-0 at halftime. If I'm Brady, I'm like, pass the sticks, we done, bro. Like, get the back up in here. What we competing for?
Hey,
like,
he had chances before it was 21-0, but keep on going.
no, he did have chances, but that's what I'm saying. But when you have consistent 3-and-outs with Brady, and then the defense gets on the field, and then they give up a touchdown, and you get back on, you have
You're
never
right. You're right.
he never had a chance to get in the rhythm. So before he could even get anything moving, hell, we was down 21-0. That's bothering. like who's up next, man? But yeah, that's who my gets all the blame, which is Bruce Arians, Todd Bowles, the defense, and then Tom Brady last night, because all around it was just a shit show, man. It really was.
It really was. Oh my
It was
goodness.
a shit show last night. But Daniel,
What's up, Daniel?
who gets the blame for last night's Buccaneer beatdown?
I just had to talk about this guy, man. I had to take that bad taste out of my mouth, man.
Yeah, we got to talk about the GOAT.
Bro, you went all in. You got 6 Pro Bowlers on one offense, and you only score 3 points on a secondary that's ranked last 10 in the league. You got AB back. AB had fucking 31 yards. I'm more pissed. All I needed Tom Brady to do was get a measly 8 points for my fantasy team, and he got 2.44 in a whole game.
Was that his QB rating?
Secondly, Todd Bowles, bro, 2.44 points, bro. Todd Bowles, he runs stupid zone. You can't run against somebody like terrible as he is right now. He's falling off the cliff, but his zone, he'll eat that up. He knows where everybody's going to be. He knows where the holes in the zone are. Only way zone works is if you get pressure. They wasn't getting no pressure because he's getting the ball out in 3 seconds. So, I mean, it just goes to the whole organization.
Not to cut you off, Daniel. He didn't. It wasn't even 3 seconds, bro. He had all day to throw back there. Like, the pass rush was not getting there.
It was not.
Sewell was irrelevant. Jace Pierre-Paul was irrelevant. Shaq Barrett was irrelevant. All of that was irrelevant last night because Drew Brees has had as much time in the pocket to sit around and just pick everybody apart, and that's why they marched down the field, because he had 5 to 6 seconds in the pocket before they even got close to him. So, man, it was shit.
I don't know, man. It was an ugly game. It was a very ugly game.
It was.
We couldn't hear what you said.
I mean, I went to sleep. 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, but I went to sleep.
I was gonna say, man, we couldn't hear half of it, but Andrew said the Saints got a good line. Yeah, that's cool and that's true, Andrew. But you at least got to apply some type of pressure, man. You can't allow a guy like that to sit back. And I guess the Saints watched the Giants and the Bucs game, and they saw something to
absolutely.
Where Daniel Jones was shredding our defense, so they probably saw something to where they was like, okay, we can do that same type of thing. We got Drew Brees, we good, we got this. But man, it was horrible all the way.
Let's speak on what David said. Can you bring his comment back up about Mr. Jameis Winston chewing on that W for that season sweep?
Let me tell you.
Season sweep.
Hold on, let me
add taste to you.
Let me ask that real quick. Jameis Winston chewing on the W is the equivalent to Pat Beverly on the cheering. Like, what did you do, bro? You didn't do
it don't matter.
You didn't do nothing.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
That's like the punter taking pride in they won. Bro, you didn't do nothing, dog.
That's cool. As long as the Bucs lose, he's good. It don't matter what happens.
We all know what that was about. He was just upset that we let him go because he's trash, and
Well, he said basically the quarterback that y'all wanted, he looked worse than I did, but we'll just let y'all have that. Well, it is what it is.
The thing about that is, Ralph, is that the quarterback we got now, he got us 6 victories, right? Winston's got us 7 all total of last year, so we just one game behind what he got us, so we good.
Okay, we'll
Yeah,
see.
we good.
See. How many more Brady gonna get you?
How about this? Do y'all want Winston in Denver?
I'll take him down over
I
Drew Lock.
would.
Shit.
I definitely would.
And with the 5th
They
pick
be all right.
in the NFL draft, the Denver Broncos select. That's what's gonna be.
Y'all didn't have a fifth pick. I said y'all didn't have the 5th pick last year.
That's what that man, because we got that defense, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, I'm about tired of talking about the Buccaneers because
Yeah, we are too.
man, but just know I'm keeping receipts. Everybody who's tagging me and shit right now, don't pay for it. I'm keeping receipts.
We know about your hit list, man.
Don't worry, another will be coming soon. But anyways, yesterday, man, the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers faced off against each other, man. Actually, it was an exciting game. It was more exciting than probably a lot of people thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a blowout personally. Pittsburgh ended up pulling out the victory yesterday afternoon. So, Ralph, did the Cowboys lose this one or did the Steelers get lucky?
Both. Cowboys should have won the game. Anybody who watched the game, anybody who paid attention to the game, the Cowboys outplayed the Steelers in that game. I feel like the Steelers made some plays at the end. They did get a few lucky calls that go their way that kind of helped them. That one, I think they called the roughing the passer where the guy's hand swiped his mask. I think it was Jalen Smith's hand swiped Roethlisberger's mask. I think you shouldn't have called that, but I guess you have to do that because, I mean, we treat the quarterbacks like they're just, I don't know, like you can't do anything to them, can't touch them, 2-hand touch out here. I mean, I don't know what we're doing, but I'm not a Cowboys fan.
Sure.
I was highly surprised that, you know what I'm saying, the Cowboys were in the game with the Steelers like that. I think the Steelers kind of slept on the Cowboys a little bit, the way that they played in that game, especially early in the game throughout, I guess, basically the first 3 quarters of that game. But the Cowboys are the Cowboys. They always going to do something to shoot themselves in the foot. But I feel like a few calls would have went their way yesterday. The Cowboys would have won that game.
Daniel, what's your thoughts, man? Did the Cowboys lose or did the Steelers just get lucky?
The Cowboys, I expected it, honestly. I expected it not to be a blow. I didn't expect the Steelers defense I didn't expect them to play as bad or as down to their competition as they did, but I feel like it was a little bit of both. I feel like it was more so the Cowboys lost, and this is the reason why. They kind of look like my Rams some years back when we had good defenses and no quarterback. Yeah, you played a hell of a game, but it's just hard to beat anybody when you only scoring 16, 17, 18. So they lost it. They had all them opportunities, and they only put up, 18, 19 points. So they lost the game. You got to at least score like 24 points to have a chance against anybody.
Man, I'm gonna say the Steelers just got lucky yesterday, bro. To be honest, because the Cowboys did everything right to win that game. They led in time of possession. They led in rush yards. The only thing they didn't lead in was passing yards. But I mean, you had what's his name, Garrett Gilbert.
Garrett Gilbert.
Yeah, so I wasn't expecting him to outplay Big Ben, but the Cowboys did everything possible yesterday to win that game. It's just that I believe that in the fourth quarter, the Cowboys ran out of gas because in the fourth quarter, the Cowboys were winning. The Steelers scored 15 straight points in the fourth quarter. That just shows me that they ran out of gas and they just didn't have the talent on defense to make the stops that they needed to, pull out the ball game yesterday. But, man, Cowboys, I mean, to me, I don't know what y'all think about this, man. Should they go more with Tony Pollard over Zeke? Because Tony Pollard was 9 for 57. Zeke was 18 for 51. I don't know about that, bro. Like, I think you might need to go with Tony Pollard a little bit more than Zeke. So, what do y'all think about Zeke?
You go ahead.
I'm just basically going to say, being Ohio State fan, Zeke is nothing like the Zeke that we once knew. I mean, once Zeke got his money, Zeke has just not played the same to me. He's just not run the ball with the same.
He just don't.
It's like he's not shifty. It's like I don't know. I don't know if he wants it anymore. I don't know. It's hard to judge these players sometimes,
He
man.
just
It's just
don't look
because
right.
he talks the talk, but when he's on the field, he's just mistake after mistake, or the numbers just don't lie, and he's just not putting up the numbers. So I don't know, man.
I mean, Ralph, 18 for 51
I
yards.
know,
He
man. The
only
numbers don't lie,
had
man.
57.
He's out there like Todd Gurley.
You know,
My
Sean
thing
said
is,
time of possession is the most overrated stat. No, Sean, I don't think. Hold on, before I let you go, Daniel. I don't think it's overrated because
uh,
if my team doesn't have as much talent as your team, my job is to keep the ball out of your hands. So
Absolutely,
I got to control the clock. So,
absolutely.
you gotta
so
score when you do that though.
that's the thing. I got to control the clock, and I got to make sure it's worth it. And as you seen last night, take the Bucs and the Saints for example. Saints just ran down. You know, saying they was in and out. Bucks couldn't control the ball because Saints hit the ball the whole time. But speaking of that, real quick, man, somebody wanted to hop on here and holler at y'all real quick. All right, go ahead, man, get it off your chest.
I know he ain't got nothing to say.
All right, go ahead, get it off your chest, man.
Come on, Ralph, man.
What's up, my
Now,
dog?
listen, I heard y'all talking about who was to blame and all that, man. Like, first off, it's definitely Aaron's because the game
Yeah,
plan was horrible.
yep,
But you said Todd Bowles second. I say Brian Leftwich.
okay,
He
Oh
went
wow,
he went
okay,
away. He went completely away from what we do. We had
okay,
5 rushing attempts in the whole game. We
yeah,
always start off rushing the ball. We a run first team.
you're
And
right.
then you go into play action and Brady gets stuff. We ran the ball 5 times. That means they knew we was passing every time we touched the ball. So they was just pass rushing every single time. We never ran about 5 rushing attempts in a whole game.
I know.
And then it's Ty Bowles because he didn't do the only way to beat Brees is you got to get pressure on him.
yep,
You got to make him move his feet.
We didn't change our like you got to show a whole lot of different types of blitzes. You
yep.
can't just run the same things over and over and over because they do have a great offensive line. So if you keep running the same scheme over and over and over, they're gonna beat it. You got to keep showing Breeze different stuff all game long. But and then like we was talking about the defense, y'all were talking about the defense playing bad, but every defense is gonna
on
play
the field
bad
the whole game.
when your
Yeah.
Yeah.
offense is going 3 and out every time they touch the ball. Man, the defense was on the field the entire first quarter, except for 12 plays. Like the entire first quarter. Man, them dudes was worn out by the end of the first quarter. They
We
played
we we,
more. They played
we
more
talk
in the
about the
first
school.
quarter. They played more in the first quarter than they usually do in a whole game.
Talk about your 43-year-old quarterback, man. Y'all need to put him high
Ah,
on that list. I know y'all want to
no,
blame
no.
Arians and the coaching staff, but you got to put Brady up there, man. He's not
I,
playing up
I
to
def.
par.
Well, he didn't play up to par yesterday.
Well,
You
he's been
can't say he
squeaking.
ain't been.
He
He
You
been
ain't
he
can't
put
been
say.
squeaking.
together.
He been
Hold on,
squeaking
hold on,
by a few
hold on, hold
Yeah.
on.
games.
We gonna get to that topic. Hey, you got time to stick around?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we gonna continue with this Cowboys topic real quick. Then we gonna
I,
discuss that
I
Tom
need
Brady.
I need to get into that too. Y'all was talking about Zeke.
Go ahead.
Y'all was talking about Zeke. Hey man, listen. I said this a while back, bruh. I was talking about Ezekiel Elliott and how I don't think he's as good as what everybody thinks. He was just playing behind a great offensive line, and now
True.
that offensive line is banged up, we
True.
seeing who he really is.
True.
I said
So
that too. When they was trying to compare him and Gurley, I said the same thing. I said, bro, he's not better than Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley just happened to get hurt, but nothing's wrong with Zeke, and he's looking like Todd Gurley. So,
Nah,
Yeah.
he's looking worse than Gurley.
yeah.
yeah, Zeke is down bad right now, man. Like I said, he's looking a little heavy. He's not like Ralph said. He's not as shifty anymore. I don't even know if he got any a lot of power and a lot of burst
That's what
anymore.
I'm saying. Just everything just seems like it's gone. He's
Yeah,
not the
Hey
same
man,
player.
He was
nah,
never
I
that
blame
fast.
I blame it on them shirts that he be wearing and his hairdo.
Them crop tops.
and the
Nah, he.
the 2 or 3 nose
Hey
rings.
man, yeah, hey, all them nose rings and stuff, bro. He done went crazy, man. He's got that.
Am-
He's got that Cam Newton, man.
He got that Cam.
Yeah, done went crazy, bro. What's wrong with these dudes? Get a little bit of
I don't
money.
know, man.
They get a little
I
bit of
don't
money,
know.
dog, and then they start acting crazy, bro.
Then they all
They
Hey,
getting robbing after that,
money
man.
just makes you more your true self, so that's who they really
Nah, it
was
ain't
the
no,
whole time.
nah, it ain't, bro.
Yeah, it was.
Because they could have had he could have had nose rings and stuff back in the day, bro.
It wasn't cool, man. Now he got all the money in the world. He can be whoever he want to be.
That ain't cool now,
Hey,
bro. That ain't
nah,
cool
it ain't
now.
cool.
That's cool to him. That's why he got it.
He could have been. If it was cool to him, he could have
He's
done
a
that years
weirdo, man.
ago, bro.
Man,
Bro,
times change, man. Money will make you change, man. You can tell.
look,
That's why
man.
you make that comment. Money changing people.
Zeke, Cam, Westbrook,
Come on
all
now.
them, bro. What's wrong with them, fam?
Westbrook
I
wasn't
say,
dressing like that back in the day,
wait
man.
a second. But I can't leave out the number one,
Who?
Who's that?
Dwayne Wade.
Man, look,
Oh yeah, he's lost his
Hey, I think
mind,
it's
boy.
partly his woman too. I think his
Hey,
woman
bro.
helped change him too,
You
man.
don't want to get
Hey,
up bad, man.
I bet next time they go on one of them little banana boats that LeBron and them think twice about inviting him.
nah, bro, they gonna give him the wrong date and everything. Hey, John said, "How old is Zeke? Zeke is 25 years old, but you know
Yeah,
he
he's
played
still
like he's the
young,
same age as
man.
Adrian Peterson, though.
Yeah, he's definitely still young.
I don't think you can get Tony Pollard 25 carries a week though. That's the only
Nah.
thing about that. It's kind
I
of
just
like
think,
the Melvin Gordon, Philip Lindsay thing. Philip Lindsay's better like with the ball, but you can't let him rush 25 a game. He's just too
yeah.
little.
And I just think you paying Zeke too much money, man. You gotta, I mean, get what you can out of him. I mean, yeah.
Man, they need to trade him now.
Yeah, see what you can get for him. But
Yeah.
yesterday, Daniel's guy yesterday, Tua Tagovailoa, came up with the 34-31 victory over the Arizona Cardinals. And actually, the Miami Dolphins are on a 4-game winning streak, but 2-game winning streak with Tua as the starting quarterback. So with Tua with 2-0, Dolphins at 4-0, 4-game winning streak real quick. The Tua make the Miami Dolphins AFC contenders. Mike, since you the freshman on here, what's your thoughts, man?
Oh, he sure does, man. At first game, like people looked at that first game and was talking bad about it, saying, "Oh, I knew he wasn't going to be all that good." He was just getting the feel of his first start, the jitters. He got all of that out. He's legit, man. He, to me, he kind of reminds me of Kyler Murray. Like
Absolutely.
it was fun watching him play, even
Yep,
though I think Kyler Murray outplayed him
he did.
yesterday.
Mhm.
And I blame Arizona's coaching staff for losing that game. Man, it's 4th and inches and you go for a long field goal when they couldn't stop their offense from moving the ball at all.
I ran it with Kyler.
Man, Kyler Murray,
Yeah,
they put it
definitely.
in. And I don't know if y'all seen this, but if y'all watched, because I watched that game yesterday.
I did too.
So watching that game, if y'all see Kyler Murray on the sideline, he was
He's
mad
pissed.
because they didn't go
Yeah.
for it and they were trying for that field goal. And after the game was over, you see, he didn't go out on the field and shake hands or nothing. He just walked off the field.
Oh man, he's a competitor, man. He's
Yeah,
seen what time it was.
he was mad, and man, they would have picked it up. They should have won that game. That was just bad coaching, man. He didn't believe in his quarterback, man.
I don't
Man,
know why.
Ralph,
When the man
Ralph,
had
what's
4
your thoughts, man?
touchdowns.
Does Tua make the Dolphins the AFC contenders now?
I absolutely think so. I feel like there was contenders with Fitzpatrick back there. I think they'll get more wins with Tua, but I think there's a confidence that the Dolphins have in Tua. That's partly why they put him in. Even if you look at the first game Tua played, there was that one touchdown that he threw to Parker. Parker had got hit by the quarterback, and Tua had threw the ball so perfect it went right into Parker's hands. So I think Tua's a
Mm-hmm.
very highly accurate quarterback. You can see he can move. He can run the ball. I mean, his IQ on the field is showed at Alabama. He's a very high IQ quarterback. So I think, and the Dolphins defense makes them legit, man. They got to be one of the top, or they are one of the top 5 defenses in the league right now. So with Tua throwing the ball and the Dolphins defense, I definitely think coming out of the AFC, they have a chance. I don't think they're going to do it this year, but they do have a chance.
Hey, you talking about their defense? That secondary is nice,
It's
boy.
nasty, man. They
Whew.
nasty.
That
They
secondary is
nasty,
nice, boy.
man. Because you look at a lot of Arizona's offense yesterday was Kyler running the ball. It wasn't him just throwing the ball everywhere. It was a lot of him running the ball. So
What he
Dolphins
was
defense
doing,
is nice.
he was doing both. He threw, he threw for what, 300 yards and ran for 100.
You talking about Kyler yesterday?
Yeah,
He
Yeah,
was
and he had 3 or 4 touchdowns.
But it just
283.
opens it up because he was able to run the ball. So your defense has to play a little bit safer. So it kind of helped him at the same time. But I think the Dolphins are
Tua
good
got
with
a little
Tua.
bit of elusive yesterday.
Yeah.
He did.
He got a
Daniel,
little
what's
bit
your thoughts,
elusive
man? Does Tua
yesterday.
make the Dolphins AFC contenders now?
Not AFC contenders. For the division, yeah, because their division is crap anyway. So they
Mm-hmm.
might be. They already played the Bills once. They should have beat them the first time, so they probably can beat the Bills. Tua is a real accurate quarterback. But when they play somebody like the Steelers, it's going to get pressure on them because the Steelers played down to the competition yesterday. That's not the real Steelers. You got to go to Pittsburgh and play them. He ain't ready for that. I need to see more out of him, really, because honestly, if you think about it, the last 2 weeks, the defense really won the game for him. Tua played better, but if you take away that defensive touchdown, they lose the game.
Yeah.
So right now, the defense is carrying them. I don't think they can continue to carry them every week and
they
they'll keep
are.
winning. But yeah, I think they got a chance to win that division.
They also
I
haven't
like
played.
their defense is good. Don't get me wrong.
Nah, they legit, man.
My
They
bad. Go
defense
ahead,
is
Ike.
legit.
I'm
I
right
was
there
gonna
with you, man. I think they're good enough to win the division, AFC contenders. I don't think they'll be able to score enough with the likes of the Chiefs. Now, will they be able to slow the Chiefs down? Yeah, sure. But when it comes time to make a big play, do you trust Tua in the playoffs to make a big play for you? I sure the hell don't.
I,
So
we
I
don't
don't trust
know.
their receiving core.
If we base it off what he did in his at Alabama, I'd say yes. I know the NFL is different than college, but if we base it off because he hasn't had a chance to do it, I think Tua can get it done, man.
this is the one thing y'all also forgetting. Tua's only had 2.5 games. Teams are going to start getting game tape on him as we go throughout the season, so they'll start to pick up on his tendencies and things like that. So this is what week 10 we got to go into. We'll
Yeah.
revisit this around week 13, week 14, and see if Tua is
Yep.
still putting up the type of numbers that he's putting up right now once these defensive coordinators start getting some tape on him. But
Hey, think about this too. Tua just played these last 2 games without his running back either.
well, yeah.
Because they didn't have Gaskins the last 2
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
They was actually running with a person that they had dropped down to the practice squad yesterday.
Sean got a question
Yeah.
real quick before we go to the next topic. He said, "Who is the best team in the NFC?" Ralph, go ahead and go.
I don't know why you went with me first. Right now, man, that is up in the air. I mean, I
That's right.
that's a tough one, bro. That's really a tough one. If you want to go with the best team, I mean, I'm not gonna say Seattle, man. Seattle's defense is too shaky for me. I love Russell Wilson, but if I had to pick a team to win, I don't know, man.
Man, that's tough, bro.
That is, man.
I got it.
Who you got, Ike?
I'm gonna give it
I
to the
got it.
Saints.
The
I'm
best
gonna give it to
team
the Saints.
blew my team out last night. The best team in the NFC.
All right.
Yep.
I give y'all that.
You
With
gotta
the
think they play
right
some,
now, yeah.
they play some games where they struggled, but they also were playing without Michael Thomas in all of those games.
And
You know,
Emmanuel
now-
Sanders.
Yeah,
Sure.
and they missed Emmanuel Sanders in a few games for sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're definitely the team to beat in the NFC right now. Seattle offensively can play with anybody,
Yeah.
but
That defense,
defensively,
no way.
you see my cuz going off on them yesterday.
Man.
he gonna be doing a lot
I
of
came
that.
back for this.
Man, but back to what Ike and Ralph was talking about earlier, as far as Tom Brady. When we was talking about our production meeting earlier today, Ralph wanted to know, is Tom Brady done? I'm gonna let you cook last on. I'm gonna let you cook last on this, Ike. I'm pretty sure you got a lot to say. But Ralph, is Tom Brady done?
I said it in like a joking manner. Like I wanted to hear what y'all had to say about it, but I don't think Tom Brady's done. But the Tom Brady that we have seen in the past, I don't think is there. I think Tom Brady at this point in his career is a ghost of what he once was. And the expectations are high, but I think what Tom Brady's going to give in the end is not going to be the same. So is he done? No. Is he just about done?
This guy.
Yeah, he's 43 years old, and like, what do you expect from a 43-year-old quarterback, man? And Tom Brady's given everything to the NFL and his career, so I mean, he's kind of playing what we want Tom Brady to be, something that he's not, but I don't think he's done.
What about you, Daniel? And I'm gonna tell you what, Daniel. Before you start in on your bullshit, I'm gonna cut your mic soon as you start tripping. But go ahead though.
No, I mean it's just like I watched Anderson Silva fight a couple of weeks ago. Bro, Father Time is just undefeated.
Yeah,
And
undefeated, man.
for 2.5 rounds. And as soon as he got tagged a few times, it was over. Tom Brady, same thing. I got the guy on my fantasy team. He's only put together 2 good games back to back all season and win going into week 10. That ain't the Tom Brady that we've known for 20 years. So you can bring in as many weapons as you want to, just like Brett Favre. Brett Favre came back, he was killing it, for about 2 years. He played good for the Jets. He almost had an MVP type season for the Vikings. But
Yeah,
that last year, he looked awful.
yeah.
So he's going to be all right this year. Next year, the wheels is going to fall off the track next year. So y'all better be drafting a quarterback.
Hey, they falling off right now, Daniel.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, Ralph. Watch your mouth. All right, go ahead, man. You got it.
Man, hey man, people kill me, bro.
Here he goes.
All right,
Hey,
listen.
this is his TO speech. Here he
Two,
goes.
two,
That's my
2 weeks,
quarterback.
just 2 weeks
That's my
ago.
quarterback.
Nah, just 2 weeks ago, people were like, "Man, Brady still got it, throwing for
Talk
five
to him, Mike.
I
touchdowns,
wouldn't.
throwing for 5 touchdowns, 300 some yards." They was like,
Talk to
"Man,
him, Mike.
he's throwing the ball downfield, and then he has one bad game, and now everybody hollering about he's done." Like, come on, man. I
Talk
mean,
to him, Mike.
he's definitely never gonna be what he was years ago. Nobody gets like that. Nobody's gonna be what they were when they were in their prime. But he definitely still has it.
Talk to him, Mike.
He just had a bad game.
Talk
I
to him,
mean,
Mike.
it happens. But when it comes down to it, you'll see he'll get stuff done.
I'll talk to him, Mike. You know
Daniel,
what I'm saying?
you remember TL gave that speech about Romo? That's
It
my
ain't it ain't
quarterback.
it ain't even that.
All
That's
right.
what y'all.
I mean,
That's what y'all sound
Ralph,
like. That's what they sound like.
Tom Brady has 2 touchdowns, 1 touchdown, 1 touchdown, 2 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, 0 touchdowns. When does Tom Brady
Wait,
ever play like that?
wait a second though.
Y'all winning because of y'all's defense,
But,
not because
but
of
wait
Tom Brady.
but wait a second though. He drives the ball downfield, and we get a lot of runs that go into the end zone.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna say
mean,
y'all game is helping y'all out too, but it's the defense for real.
but what I'm saying is he does his job. He does the job. He don't have to put up fantasy points to make him good, bro. Like you were just talking about
No, I'm just
fantasy,
talking
and
about.
he's
I
like,
don't care about the fantasy point.
no, I'm saying what you
He's
said a
just not
minute
playing like
ago.
he was
You
playing in the
said
past.
you said he's put up only 2 good games. He's had way more than 2 good games. Maybe not fantasy points wise, but accuracy, throwing the
Manager
ball
wise, yeah.
downfield. He's been playing
Yeah,
well.
game
He's
manager
had a couple
wise.
of bad games, and that's all we need.
That's
Man,
all we need.
I watch my Bucs win a Super Bowl with Brad Johnson, man,
Brad Johnson.
Yeah, defense was better
because
though.
we got a good defense right now.
It's cool, but it's not that defense that y'all had when y'all
Yeah,
won with
but
Brad Johnson.
it's still one of the top defenses in the NFL right now.
It's good
I
enough to
agree.
win the Super Bowl.
I don't know about this year,
And we
man.
have a good
I don't know.
running game. I mean, we're gonna be right there in the conversation to
Yeah,
come out of
y'all
the
in the
NFC.
conversation. Y'all in the combo.
But
But
no,
Brady,
Y'all
man.
should be.
Brady's far
And Wait a second. One more thing.
Go ahead.
My quarterback and my team is better than Golf in the Rim, and
Talk on it.
definitely better than Drew Lock and them.
Is that the best you got, Ike? Is that the best you got?
Broncos.
A lot of people's better
My
than
team
Drew
ain't
Lock
never been
and the
down
Broncos,
31.
so that's cool.
I don't know.
Though. Y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. But
We got the same
come
amount of
Super Bowl,
losses, so I don't know.
I'm looking for Q Walker. I'm looking for Ike, and I got a few other Buccaneers fans. I'm looking for y'all because I don't think y'all gonna be there
Do you? Hey,
Hey,
Ralph,
wait a second. We're not gonna be where?
in the Super Bowl. It's in Tampa Bay, but y'all won't be a part of it.
Hey, but guess what?
They'll be there in
Y'all
the
won't
sense.
be in the playoffs.
Not at all. Not thought of, brother. Not even thought of.
Top 10 draft pick.
You damn right.
That's all right. And Daniel, we'll see y'all. I think week 14. So yeah, we'll see y'all. Yeah, so we'll see y'all.
Y'all better win too, because y'all went and got everybody, so y'all better win.
We got 3 players. We got 3 people. We got Gronk, Brady, and Antonio Brown. Who else did we get?
Le'Veon Bell?
We didn't get Le'Veon.
No. He went to Chiefs.
We got Leonard Fournette.
I mean, not Le'Veon Bell. My bad. Leonard Fournette. My bad.
Okay.
The better running back right now. My bad.
Right. My math ain't the best. How many people can play on the field at one time on offense?
This guy.
11, brother.
Okay.
This guy.
I know. And how many Pro Bowlers do they got? 6.
Okay, so
that's more than half.
I mean,
that's kind of my
but wait a second though. It's the same people that's saying Brady's done. Gronk ain't what he used to be. So
but he's not though. Nobody said he was done, and Gronk is not what he used to be.
Did I
say he was done? Did my argument say Brady was done? No.
But what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. Y'all can't say.
Put your finger there.
Y'all can't talk about Brady and then talk about Gronk and then say y'all went and got all these people. When the people that we went and got it, y'all saying they ain't got it no more.
Facts. Talk to him, Mike.
We just said Brady.
Antonio got it.
So which
Tom
one
Brady's
is it? They got it or he did not get it?
Wait a second. Does Antonio still have it?
Yes.
We seen it.
Yes.
Besides yesterday, we ain't seen him play since week 1 of last year.
Do you believe that he still has it?
We'll see. We don't know yet.
You don't believe it? You don't believe he still
we don't know.
Come on.
We don't know.
We don't know.
I think he still leads the league in touchdown passes, even being out the whole year.
But that
and being out 2 years.
Antonio's still that man, bro.
He got it.
That don't mean he's still that man, bro.
Now, can you get him the ball? Can you get him the ball? We don't know.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Come on, man.
Noodle arm.
This guy.
Wait a second. Where's the noodle arm, bro?
I'm just playing, man.
That's what they put you through.
Hey, them pick 6s that he had, man. Don't forget about that, man. That's noodle arm, man.
I tell you this. When my Bucs were real bad, I used to do the same thing. I used to talk about people's teams when my team wasn't no good. So I understand what Ralph is doing right now. He can't talk about his team at all. So he has to talk about everybody else.
You don't hurt my feelings talking about the Broncos. The Broncos been trash for a little bit, bro. It's okay. I accept it. It's okay.
You accepted it.
That's cool.
The guy down below you, Ralph, his team ain't that much better. His team ain't that much better.
I know you pointed at Ike. I know.
No, I
ain't that much better.
The guy below you.
Oh, below me.
Yeah, the guy below
No.
Hey,
you got it right.
And then he was talking about my team. His team is only winning because of their defense.
Right. But the difference is, like I told him yesterday, he was so hurt, he tried to compare Jordan to Eddie Jones. Jared Goff ain't never been called the GOAT. Tom Brady's the GOAT. He's down 31-0.
But
I would never down 31-0. We ain't never talked about Jared Goff like, hey man, that's Aaron Rodgers.
He
plays.
Y'all paid him like he is. Y'all paid him
Y'all did pay him like
y'all paid him like he is.
That's the market. That's the market.
Quentin, where's that one girl that be on here talking sports?
Tasha.
She's working.
Hey, the one that said
we can bring up a conversation right now where he was talking about how good Jared Goff is.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it up.
I know what you're talking about.
Because guess what? The Texans. How many wins the Texans got, Ralph?
2.
How many wins the Texans got, Ralph?
I think 2.
Oh, okay. Like I told her, I don't care nothing about what she was talking about. Jared Goff gets me wins. Deshaun Watson ain't going to get them wins. Now we 8 weeks in, and they 2-6. I ain't heard from her since about the topic.
That's very true.
I'm just telling you.
That's very true.
Hey, who have y'all beat this year, bro? Ben?
Let's see.
Y'all played y'all schedule, man. I
We
hate when
beat-
people say who y'all beat.
No,
all
I'm
that
asking.
matters.
That's not
all
what
that
I'm
matters.
asking. I'm asking what teams have they beat? Not saying what teams are good, what teams are
You want to know
bad.
everybody
What
played?
teams have y'all? Yeah, like who y'all beat and who y'all lose to?
We lost to the Bills in the last 9 seconds. We lost to the
I
Dolphins
remember that game.
off of all them damn. Yeah,
Y'all
all
lost to
them
who?
sacks and shit.
Y'all lost to who?
The Bills, the Dolphins. The Bills, the Dolphins. We beat the Giants. We beat the Redskins. We beat the Eagles, and we beat who else did we beat?
It is not good teams,
Damn.
man.
Oh, the Cowboys. Cowboys, my bad.
Oh
We
my
beat the
God.
Cowboys. Hey, I can't help it. We got the schedule that everybody else.
I just know Ike
got,
is
man.
gonna say something. When you start naming them teams, I just busted out, man.
The Cowboys, the Giants, Philly, and Washington.
Yeah.
So y'all only beat
Washington.
teams.
Oh, we got 5
Wait,
wins.
y'all-
We got 5 wins.
Who else did y'all get?
The
We beat
Bears.
the Cowboys in Philly.
That was the
week 1.
Bears,
We
bro.
beat the Giants. We beat the Bears, and we beat
Yeah.
the Redskins.
Okay, so y'all beat the NFC East, and y'all beat the Bears.
God. Oh,
So y'all
Yes, sir.
beat the worst division in football. A division who's gonna send somebody to the playoffs and probably only gonna have 6 wins.
absolutely, man.
Yeah. The craziest thing about it is,
I can't wait to see y'all play some good teams.
the craziest thing, this is why this is funny though, Ralph, because they just played the Giants 2 weeks ago and almost lost.
Yeah.
So you can't talk about what the division does.
We beat them.
Y'all play horrible against the Giants.
But we beat them.
We beat them too. But we beat them too.
But we also beat the
So, I
Packers
mean,
and the
hey.
Raiders, so we got notable wins in there.
The Packers is. I've been saying that. So
Hey
they're
man,
gonna
they
be
record
just like they was last year.
man. All I know, they
I
records
don't care.
5
Record was 13-3 last year, and they got obliterated. But they got obliterated when they played a real team.
All I know is we played
They had the
decent
easiest schedule on the football last year, by the way.
Says the guy who plays the NFC East. Says the guy who plays
Hey, we
the
got to
NFC
play
East.
our division, though. The craziest thing is we play the hardest division in football. So, I mean, hey, we got to get a break somehow. We got the hardest division. We're going to have 3 teams win at least 9
Y'all got
games.
a
We're
tough
going to have
division.
4
I give
teams
y'all
win
that.
9 games.
Oh man, it's guy here. But anyways,
We played
man,
the AFC North last year. We got it out the way.
we at the midpoint of the NFL season, man. A lot of teams and start to show the contenders and pretenders. So as of right now, halfway through the season, the Steelers are 8-0, Chiefs 8-1, Bills 7-2, Saints 6-2, Seahawks 6-2, Packers 6-2, who we beat, Titans 6-2, Ravens 6-2, and then the Bucs come in at 5-3. So at the midway point, who looks like real Super Bowl contenders? Daniel, you got it.
Shit, I got to go with the Saints, and it's hard to count out the Chiefs. They haven't looked like the Chiefs of last year, but I mean they still winning. The Steelers, I just don't think the Steelers can. I don't know, man. I just don't think the Steelers will beat the Chiefs head to head. I just don't.
To help you out a little bit, man. I'm right there with you, Daniel. The Steelers, I'm not sold. They 8-0, but they played the Giants, Broncos, Texans, Eagles, Browns, Titans, Ravens, and Cowboys.
Broncos was a tough game, man.
Again, they ain't played nobody. They played the Ravens and the Titans. That's about it as far as teams they played. Go back to your Chiefs comment. The Chiefs, they don't look like the high scoring prolific team that they have been the past 2 seasons. The only prolific game that they really played was against the Jets, which they beat them 35-9, and the Raiders they lost to, but that was a shootout 40-32. Every other
They
game,
played good against the Ravens.
I forgot they beat the Broncos 43-16. But other than that, they really haven't impressed me enough to, you know what, it's the Chiefs and everybody else, man. So I think this is like wide open as it's
Up
been
in the air,
for a long time. There's no clear cut favorite. But Ike, man, who you think is a Super Bowl contender at the midway point?
The Saints, and I say the Chiefs also. I mean, the Chiefs, they're not playing as well as they were last year, and on either side of the ball. But we know when it comes down to it, they're gonna get it together.
Yeah,
they're gonna turn the lights on.
I know, like you said, Pittsburgh's 8-0. I'm still not sold on them, bruh. I'm not sold on them at all. They should have lost the Titans game. They have Baltimore's number, which that's just something that they've always had.
right.
Other than that, I mean, like I said, they should have lost the Titans game. The Titans tricked.
Shit, they damn near should have lost last night. Well, yesterday.
And they should have lost yesterday. I don't think they're as good as what people think. The Ravens, like we can talk about the Ravens, but the Ravens can't. They showed they cannot beat Kansas City. They just can't do it. Seattle, they're good offensively, but defensively, teams are going to put up a lot of points on them. It's going to be hard.
Yeah.
My Bucs, sometimes we look like we're a contender. Sometimes we look like we're not.
Let's go ahead and just leave him off the list, man.
Hey, man, I had it on there. Pretty much everything Ike said, I pretty much like the Steelers. They no, but they're not dominant. The Chiefs are 8-1, but they haven't really been impressive. The Bills, we don't know which Josh Allen's going to show up. We don't know if he's for real or not. And then you got the Saints. The Saints probably have been the most consistent, really, even without Michael Thomas. Seahawks, offensively, they're great. Defensively, leaves a lot to be desired. Packers 6-2, but they have a lot of injuries that they're dealing with. Do you trust their wide receiving core when it comes down to the playoffs? Do you trust them in big moments? The Titans, do you trust Tannehill? That's the question with them because they're gonna put the ball in his hand. He got them to the AFC champ. Well, Derrick Henry got them to the AFC Championship game. They just asked Tannehill not to lose it. And then the Ravens, like Ike said, can they finally get past the Chiefs? Can Lamar Jackson actually do in the playoffs what he does in the regular season? Don't nobody know. And then the Bucs, like Ike said, one game we look like Super Bowl contenders. The next game we look like we 8-8. You know what I'm saying? So it's just up and down with them at this point in time. But Ralph, what you think, man?
I guess I gotta disagree with y'all a little bit. I believe in the Steelers. So if you give me two teams out of AFC, I just can't count out Patrick Mahomes until somebody beats Patrick Mahomes. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs and the Steelers out of AFC. Two teams out of NFC. It's weird because you look at the Saints. The Saints have been really shaky this year, and like they beat the Bucs, and now everybody wants to say the Saints is that team in the NFC. The Bucs beat the crap out of the Packers, but some people want to say that the Packers are the team out of NFC. So if you look at it like that, I'm just going to say the Saints and the Buccaneers out of NFC and the Chiefs and the Steelers right now out of the AFC. If you want to call it right now, that's the one I'm going with.
Boy, you kill me, man.
Because man, I'd rather pick Seattle. I don't have faith, but I'm saying we're going off one game. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that the Buccaneers defense is trash. Y'all was ranked third in the NFC or in the NFL period. So I mean, y'all had a bad game against the Saints. I don't think that's going to be y'all in every game throughout the season. So I don't know. It's up in the air. Like y'all said, it's hard to pick. I want to say the Bills, but I just don't have enough faith in Josh Allen. And I really don't know who else I would go with out of the NFC, man. I really don't. If it's not the Saints, if it's not the Bucs, if it's not the Seahawks, I don't know. I don't have enough faith.
One more contender.
Go ahead.
The Denver Broncos.
Man,
they're gonna contend for a top 5 pick.
I know, but if we can't get Trevor Lawrence, man, we ain't what we doing, man. We done won too many games already, man. What y'all doing?
Trevor Lawrence. If y'all was to get the pick or the Jets was to get the pick, he's gonna do the same thing. Go back to college.
He gonna exercise the extra year.
Hey, you petty, Ike, bro.
I would go to Denver, but I wouldn't go to the Jets.
Exactly. I'm saying you
They
gonna
get
compare
rid of
us to
that
the
coach.
Jets, bro. Come on,
I would go
At
with
least
the Denver
Denver got some
Broncos and
talent,
Jets.
man.
Because
Exactly,
Denver,
man.
you can talk to John Elway. John Elway can kind of mentor him a little bit. With the Jets, you ain't got no damn body.
Nobody, bro.
Now Denver does have some talent, but I said before the season
Yeah.
started because a few people was like, "Hey, Drew Lock's actually all right," and I said, "No, he's not, bro." I was like, "Nah, man, no, he's not,
Hey.
man."
He beat ball
That's
yesterday,
one thing
though.
about John
Granted,
Elway,
it
man.
was Falcons.
Like John Elway is a Hall of Fame quarterback, but he cannot evaluate talent when it comes to the QB position, bro. We have not had a good quarterback since he's been in the position he's had. He has not given us one good quarterback, one quality quarterback since he's been in the position he's in.
Y'all
Not
drafted
one.
Tim Tebow.
Who?
Y'all drafted Tim Tebow.
Excuse me.
You know what it is, man. He doesn't like.
Y'all not drafting high enough.
But I'm just
Elway
saying,
doesn't.
just like any quarterback that Tom Brady was found in the 6th round. I mean,
Yeah.
just something, man.
And you
It's
can't
just
say
like we
not
can't
drafting.
evaluate.
You can't say not drafting high enough because Mahomes didn't go real early.
Exactly, bro. Come on, man.
Deshaun Watson went 10.
Watson didn't go early.
Man. Come on, man.
Like
we've had opportunity.
Lamar Jackson
is still
Absolutely.
Aaron Rodgers went late.
Yeah, like they've had chances.
But y'all taking everybody that gets drafted every year. You can't just pull out the 2 or 3 people. Like you taking a chance. Anytime you take a quarterback after the 2nd round, you taking a chance. You don't know
right.
Really pan out. More
so
don't
Daniel,
pan
all
out.
I'm gonna ask you to do, bro, is just look at the list of quarterbacks that John Elway has taken in the draft, bro. Like you cannot argue for John Elway, bro. They terrible, bro.
It's what it.
Locke ain't bad to me,
bro.
This is what it is, man. Quarterbacks have the style of quarterback play has changed over the years. Yeah. Elway wants people to play. He wants to draft quarterbacks
old school
that's going to play old school way.
Come on, man.
He's not drafting for people that's going to play today's style game.
I'm just saying,
David Reed said Seahawks are gonna outscore most teams in the NFC. Just defense, NFC defense just has to have one stop 1 or 2 times. I think that kind of team win before. David,
they got injuries.
They gave up 44 yesterday, bro.
I was gonna say I don't know if you've seen what Josh Allen did to him. Josh Allen was like a Hall of Fame quarterback yesterday, bro.
And he's not the only one.
It ain't just been him.
It ain't that the Seahawks can't. The Kansas Seahawks outscored, sure, but when it comes time for them to make a stop, then what? I mean, they ain't gonna be able to just score every time they get the ball. They're gonna have to make a defense stand somewhere.
Their defense is giving up 30 points a game, man.
Well, there it is, right there, Ralph.
I can flip David's comment and say that teams are going to score a lot of points on them, and all the team has to do is get 1 or 2 stops.
Absolutely, bro.
Yep, they just get 1
I'll
or 2
give
stops.
you this. I'm gonna still count the Seahawks as a contender, and this is why. Teams like the Colts, teams like the Saints have won Super Bowls with defenses that were maybe not as bad, but they were bad. Even the Rams won with a bad defense.
Not that bad.
Bro, but what happened?
Not that bad.
But no, this is the thing. This is what they're not doing that those teams did. And this is what the Seahawks normally do. The Seahawks defense ain't been good since the leading the boom, but they get a lot of turnovers. This year they're not. Jamal's been hurt. But if they start getting them turnovers, 1, 2 turnovers a game, you too far behind. Because they're going to keep scoring. You turn the ball over 2 times, the game's over. If they start doing that, they're a contender. You don't have to shut everybody down. You just got to get some turnovers.
Yeah, but then that's a big if though, bro. That's depending on turnovers. Now, obviously,
they had like 30-something turnovers last year.
But to solely depend on turnovers to get you, bro, that's a lot to go by, bro. That's a lot to go by.
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
The same thing.
But we got a Monday night matchup between 2 horrible teams tonight. We got the Patriots versus the Jets. Yeah, I know, bro. We got to pick a winner, man. Ralph, who you got tonight's Monday Night Football matchup? Yeah, I ain't watching, Daniel. But
Cam Newton.
Give me Cam's stat line.
You better win this damn game. Simple as that, brother. Cameron Newton.
If he
Win the
don't,
damn game.
if he don't, he will not start for this team no more
Like,
this
come
year,
on, bro.
and probably won't play on another team as a starter ever again.
Ever again. Ever again. Give me a stat line real quick, Ralph. What's Cam gonna do tonight?
Win the game.
That's it. That's it.
That's it, bro. Win the game. Shit.
Daniel, what you got tonight? Who you got winning?
Killer
Killer
Cam,
Cam.
man. Bill Belichick's not losing to the Jets, especially not with Joe Flacco playing. They're not losing to the Jets. I don't care who was playing. The Jets stink. But I'm going to go 24-13. Bill Belichick's fighting for his dignity right now. So I'm going to go 24-13. Cam's brag, go ham. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go.
He better.
That's what I'm gonna go.
He better.
He said he's fighting for his. All right, what
Not
you got?
passing. I'm just saying, rushing and passing.
Hey man, listen. This game right here, I'm in an eliminator league, and I like before the season started, I went through every week and picked the team. I had the Patriots this week, but I went back and had to change my pick to a different team for this week because I'm kind of scared of this game. This is a trap game. Like the Jets could go 0-16, but most times a team gets one win. And tonight's one of them games where they might do that. I'll say this. I picked in my pick I picked the Patriots to win. But if Cam turns the ball over like he's been doing, they possibly could lose. But I have it being a low scoring game. I have it like 16-10 Patriots.
Juan just said the same thing. He just commented. Juan guy, he said the lowest scoring game of the season. So you might be on to something right there.
Hey,
might be 10-6.
Hey, now listen, Juan Gotti, that's my cousin, right?
Yeah,
he's a Packers fan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was blowing his phone up when we played him.
Hey, you know, it's funny you say that because I hollered at his brother when we beat the Raiders. He didn't want to talk to me.
I hit Lynn up the very next week, so I was like, all right, beat this cousin's team, get to the very next week, and get to beat this cousin's team.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Juan laughed with me. Lynn cussed me out.
I'm right there with y'all, man. This is a field goal special game, man. First team to score a touchdown wins this game. I'm right there with you. 10-6, 14-10, something like that. Last topic of the day, Thursday night football matchup. We got the Colts versus the Titans. All right, who you got in this matchup?
Oh, I got the Titans. Titans, man. I just Phillip Rivers is I just can't never go with Phillip Rivers anymore, man. Defensively, they're good. Defensively, they are a good team. Offensively, oh man. Yeah. T.Y. He's washed up and done.
Yeah, he just stays injured, man. He's always
he's done. And Phillip Rivers, you know, he's the white Jameis Winston.
Same guy.
He's a pick six turnover king waiting to happen, man.
He gonna give you 300-something yards, but he can also give you 2 interceptions and a pick six in between time too.
Because yesterday they started off playing pretty good.
They did.
And then he threw a pick six, and then it just went downhill.
Nah, it wasn't him. That was
it wasn't him.
That was the running back. The running back fumbled. Yeah. They ran it back.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
That's why he got benched. Jonathan Taylor. Yeah. That's why he was around like.
I like Taylor though, man.
Yeah, I do too.
Hey, David said he remembers everybody who picked the Colts to win the AFC South. It wasn't me.
It was me, and that's why they was about to ask me my pick, and I was about to say that exact thing. Is I'm going to go with the team that I picked to win the AFC South. I got the Colts in this game.
You know what? Just because both y'all going with the Colts, I'm going with the Tennessee Titans just to be on the opposite end of both of y'all because I'm tired of this shit. But anyways, man.
Buccaneers, we stick together, bro.
Man, you already know.
Y'all might as well.
One question. Sean said, "Are the Raiders for real? For real, as in what aspect? For real to do what? I don't understand. Like for real to do what?
I feel like the Raiders are kind of in the same boat as the Dolphins. I think they can have decent seasons. They'll have winning records, but they won't do any damage as far as playoffs.
Nah.
They have games where they look good offensively, but still defensively they're not that
the
good,
run.
man.
Now.
The Raiders started out the
You
season.
stop the run, it's over for them.
Yeah,
And that's why my Bucs blew them out, because if you stop Josh Jacobs, it's over.
Yep.
It's a wrap. Yeah, we put
You
the ball.
make Carr have to throw the ball a whole lot. It's over.
Yeah, it's a wrap. And
They
Carr,
don't
you
have no
lose.
weapons anyway.
You saying Carr, you what?
And Carr, you lose. Ain't no Carr you trust. Be great. Get on the batter, Ike. Man, appreciate you for hopping up on here.
Man.
Thanks for letting me on. Hey, I couldn't comment because I'm in Facebook jail, so I was like, man, I gotta get on the show, man.
Hey, man, what you gonna do if we three-way tie, all right?
What you say?
What you gonna do if we three-way tie on that tie for first right now, my guy?
For the week?
Yeah.
You talking about for this week? It comes down to the tiebreaker. Whoever has the closest in the picking the score.
Score of tonight's game? All right.
Yeah. But you know who's gonna win you know who's gonna win the overall, right? The overall for the season. You see my name right up there, man.
The Chiefs guy.
Nah, they're gonna
or
slip up.
Whoever that Chiefs dude is don't miss nothing.
They got one more win than I do, and I'm in second right now. And guess who's in third? Outdoing you.
Pete.
Go Pete. He's in third overall in there, man.
Man.
Yeah, I'm like seventh right now.
Daniel can't outpick Pete. Lets me know he don't know football, bro.
Oh, Daniel, you know it's like that, bro.
Look, it's the thing. This is how I know I'm Gucci.
Facebook jail.
The first few weeks, I was just filling teams out. You know what I'm saying? Picking teams I like. I was in the 30s, so it's like 60-something people in there. I was in the 30s. In the last 4 weeks, I went from the 30s to top 7. So I'm going to be on y'all's heels.
You're in the top 7?
My picks is 94% right, so I'm on y'all's heels. Yeah, I'm in the top 7.
Hey, man, keep us posted on that, man. Keep us updated on what's going on with that.
Look, I'll send you screenshots of everything.
You know he's gonna show it.
I know you locked up right now and can't comment in the Beyond the Game groups, but you know, just keep me posted on that.
Yeah, I only got 10 more days.
Stay in Facebook.
I do want to say this though. Usually when I'm in Facebook jail, I really have posted something crazy. But this time I didn't even post not one thing. Like I didn't make any posts. I just got on Facebook and it said I had 30 days. And it doesn't tell me why. Like it always tells you why you're in Facebook jail. It didn't say nothing. It just said I had 30 days.
Like personal vendetta against Ike. That's crazy.
Hey, this is what I told Q. I got railroaded, bruh. I feel like part of the Central Park 5.
This guy, man. It ain't that serious, bro.
Hey, that boy is a Facebook felon.
Now listen, from November of last year to right now, after I finish this 30 days, I will have done 6 months. 30 days, 6 times,
in Facebook jail, bro. What type of shit is that? That guy's a true criminal out here, man.
My dude done 6 months of Facebook.
6 months of Facebook jail.
Man.
How do they just do it for 30 days, bro?
That's crazy, bro.
We get ready to get up at it. We appreciate everybody who tuned in, liked, and shared, and comment on the show. As y'all can see, Ike hopped on here. So, man, we do open this show up to, people who want to jump on here and talk sports with us. So we appreciate everybody for doing that. We get ready to get on up at it. We want you to treat somebody how you want somebody to treat your mama. We out of here.
Peace.